What's been the impact on tourism from the Brussels attacks? Well, Brussels is down 50% in terms of hotel occupancy. We hear that London is down 30%, Berlin 38%, and Paris is 35% lower. So you can see that all European capitals have been touched by the attacks. But of course it has a double impact for us because the attacks happened here. Also, Brussels airport reopens today with just 30% of its usual business. People are struggling to get here due to the airport being closed. It's quite easy by train, but those who come from afar cannot currently land in Brussels. How important is tourism for the city of Brussels? Tourism as a whole, just for Brussels, is worth nearly 10% of the city's GDP. Around 50,000 jobs rely on it. So that's a lot. Now, the employers' federations are negotiating with the various governments to see how we can get through this period, as it's going to be a very difficult time. So you're worried about tourism to Brussels in the short term? It's very complicated because we can only know with hindsight, but the impact is likely to be felt from 6 weeks to 3 months. That's what we observed in Paris. Do you know which tourists have decided to cancel their trips here? Well, for now it's too hard to say because we can't separate who's decided to cancel because of the airport being closed and who's cancelled because of the attacks. We can't really measure the impact right now. We must wait another week. Now that the airport is resuming operations, we'll be able to assess the real impact that the Brussels attacks have had in terms of image. You launched an initiative called Call Brussels back in November, where tourists could get answers to questions by phone. Will you do the same now? We wanted to do the Call Brussels video to give citizens and tourists a chance to show what Brussels was like. We haven't decided what to do next, but we want to give the baton to citizens of Brussels because they showed resilience to what happened. And we want to continue to give them a voice in future communications because ultimately what makes a city appealing is the people who live there.